let's go to the next game. Now I'm gonna go to another game because you both, Sharp and Diddy, you both have takes on this side. So Diddy, I'll go to you first. Talk to me about Maryland and Michigan State.
Yeah, I mean, I think we touched on it last week. We said exactly what was going to happen. Michigan State's a mess. That
Yeah, I should have
coaching
took that
drama
side.
is really crazy going on right there. I think I have my own view on that, but we're not going to get into that discussion. But they moved on from their coach this week. He's been officially fired, so I guess they're turning that page for this Michigan State football team. But regardless of the fact, Maryland is too good. They were always my sleeper in the Big Ten. They're always going to play you tough. Uh, Tua's brother, which is Tuloya Tagovailoa, is doing his thing out there, throwing that ball, shows great arm strength, and I think that's going to be to take advantage of that Michigan State's defense and secondary. I think they're going to have a really big and hard problem. I like Maryland first half here, jumping out on them. The only thing I got to worry about a little bit is that Michigan State home field advantage. I know sometimes, depending on situations, that home field advantage can be tough at Michigan State, and they seem to play games tight there. But after I saw last week what I thought was going to happen and watching them come in there and smacking the mess out of them, and then showing that they had no offensive production against that Washington's defense, I think they're going to struggle against Maryland coming in too with that high powering offense. I like that first half for Maryland as a best bet.
Sharp, same
That
side,
number
or you
should
got something
be
different?
that number should be about
No,
4,
this
3.5.
Yeah, I like 4-3. I'm with you. I'm betting it differently. So just kind of going off last week. Last week, kind of talked about Michigan State sucking. Kind of talked about the other line in a teaser. And then as I was sitting there, remember one of my other bets I was mulling over was Maryland. They were sitting there at 14.5. I was saying set updates for if it goes to 14, bet it at 13.5. That actually did happen. I don't know how many of our listeners did set that up. But that line did get to 14, and I did bet Maryland last week at 13.5 on Friday. And I just think it turned out that I'm not going to miss more value on Maryland. Like Michigan State, the bottom hasn't quite fallen out. I don't think the market's where it should be. I think Maryland should be favored by 10, and I still would probably have fired at 10. I just think this is a mismatch. I think Maryland is – like we talked about on our Big Ten kind of preview show, I think Maryland's an above average, middle of the road Big Ten Power 5 team. And I think Michigan State pre-Mel Tucker scandal was already a sinking ship. And this just, set that ship ablaze. So this game's going to get out of hand. They still haven't kind of steadied the ship in terms of who they're going to hire. They've got a couple guys that have experience that are trying to fix what's going on, but in 2 weeks' time, I mean, you're just not going to be able to fix what's going on, and this is just a bad matchup. Even if everything was good for Michigan State, so man, Maryland's going to win by 2 touchdowns, easy.